Hello everybody and welcome back to my channel. I've got Memphis back there with me. Yeah. And in today's video I am going to be doing Memphis's 7-month update. Today is the 21st, but tomorrow's the 22nd and that will be his 7 months. Hi. I have a list of everything that I kind of want to talk about. This update is going to be a little bit of a journey, especially the last week. The last week has been more difficult than ever being a mom, and it was very emotional, so let's just get started. Before we get to Memphis, let me just talk about myself for just 1 second. For postpartum, nothing really is different than my last month update, but I have started my cycle back, which sucks, and this was like by far the worst period I've ever had in my life. So that sucked, and that's really the only thing that's different. I have noticed that this past month I have been slimming down. I have been, within like 3 weeks of giving birth, I was back down to my pre-pregnancy weight. However, not back down to my pre-pregnancy size, if that makes sense. So like my pant size is different because my hips are wider, and if you know me, my hips are already wide. Now they're just bigger. That's okay though. I had a baby and I know your body changes. But enough about me. I have a list here of everything that I want to touch on for his update. And the very first thing... What are you doing back there? The very first thing that I want to bring up is he loves pulling himself up. So when you hold onto his fingers, he just pulls up, stands. He'll do it on tables, couches, along our dog crates, and he is just so strong. It's absolutely insane. This little man surprises me every single day. He is also sitting up on his own now. Every once in a while he'll teeter-totter, but he is doing so good, as you can see back there. I mean, there are pillows behind him, but he's not really touching the pillows. Like, I can move them and he's fine. Because you're so strong. And another thing, he is working on sitting up from being in a laying down position, and he is doing so well. Are you just curious about what this thing is? I see you looking at it. Come here, sit by mama. So he is working on sitting up from laying down. So it's a lot of like core strength. Huh. You slobber. We can see that his teeth are coming in, but they have not popped through yet. So he's still just a slobbery boy all the time. And right now I have noticed that like other babies around his age are working on crawling. They will get up on their knees and their hands and kind of rock back and forth. Memphis is not doing that. He hates being on his belly. The moment, like, all he does is just roll the moment he gets to his belly. And, I mean, I'll see if he'll do it here. He might just try to look at me. But he does not enjoy being on his belly. He just rolls over. Now he does pretty well. He doesn't fuss or anything. He would just rather roll over than try to crawl. So I've been doing some exercises with him to try and help him crawl. But I know with me, my sister, and I believe Derek, none of us crawled. We just went straight to walking. And that is what I mean by he just doesn't want to crawl. And this has nothing to do with like his development, but This little man, so he is in his walker, and he loves his walker. He loves walking around in it, and he does really well with that. So I really think he's going to walk before he crawls, but we will see. But when it comes to him, this little man sets off our Roomba. I don't know how he does it, but he has done it every day for about a week now. He will just walk over to the Roomba, and I know he's not pushing any buttons or anything, but I think he now knows that if he moves the Roomba off of the home base, it's going to go off. And now he loves the vacuum we have, and he loves to like chase after me while I'm trying to vacuum. So I'm wondering if that's what he's trying to do with the Roomba. I'm not sure, but he loves it. Okay, so his size, shoes, and clothes. He is now in a size 3 shoe. I don't know if that's normal for his age, but he has got some donkey feet. They are so big. And he is still in about 6-month size clothing. And then 9-month clothing I've noticed in Carter's fits him lengthwise, because I do feel he is quite tall. He is 26 inches and a quarter, so I believe that put him in the 27th percentile. But with my side of the family, that is quite large, considering everybody in my family, besides a few people, are short, but everybody in Derek's family, to me, is pretty tall. Okay, so, we went last week to the pediatrician for a follow-up appointment, and they weighed him. Let's try not to freak out. They weighed him, and he had lost 12 ounces since his 4-month checkup. So he went from being he was at 14 pounds, 14 ounces, and then dropped down to 14 pounds, 2 ounces. And that was really hard to hear, considering there was nothing wrong with him. You know, he wasn't fussy or anything. And the pediatrician told us that we needed to supplement with formula, that he was not getting enough breast milk, and that we would need to supplement. So, being a mom, I always want what's best for Memphis, and at that moment in time, it felt like I didn't know what was best for my son, or else I probably would have known that he was losing weight. Oh, God. And it was really scary. And I kind of expressed that to the pediatrician, and he was just telling me, you know, it's not normal, but it's not unheard of that this kind of thing has become more common, and supplementing is fine. There's nothing wrong with supplementing. And I still am trying to understand that, because I really just wanted to be able for him to flourish off of my milk, not formula. But sometimes not everything goes as planned, and being a parent has taught me that. But it was really hard. And so the past week we have been supplementing with formula. Now it's been difficult because he still does not want to take a bottle. So I've been having to mix the formula with either rice, cereal, or oatmeal, and he loves it that way. But for the past few days, I've been trying to work on him with a particular bottle, because I know that he won't latch on to a normal nipple. So I've been using, like a transitional. Tell him. Anything else? Wow. goodness. So we have been using a transitional sippy cup bottle. So it's just shaped like a sippy cup, but it's got the silicone tip on it, and he still has not figured out that he can suck on it. He kind of just bites it and the milk would go, or the formula, I don't even want to call it milk, not to confuse anything, but the formula will just kind of dribble out because he's not sucking on it. Yeah. So since we have been doing that, and now that he's also able to have a few tablespoons of actual solid foods now, he has gained 14 ounces in 9 days. So nearly a pound, and that just shows me that his body needed it. And yes, so he is now weighing in at 14 pounds, 14 ounces again. And that was last night when I weighed him. So as hard as it was to know that my body was my body was not giving him everything that he needed anymore, it was really difficult, especially because in the very beginning I struggled with breastfeeding, and when I found a way that worked for us, I was so happy. And then now that we're, 7 months into this journey and knowing that it's not anymore is rough. I mean, we're still nursing, but not to what his body needs. Memphis! You've been pulling my hair this entire time. Yes, you have. Yeah. Wow. Alright, everybody. That is it for today's video. If you have any questions, let me know. And we will keep you updated on his weight gain. Because I've been working really hard on fattening this boy up. Fattening this ham up. Yeah. So, if you like this video, please be sure to give it a thumbs up and subscribe. And I know last week I had said that we were going to be doing a nighttime routine. However, life happened and I was focusing on helping my baby out, and filming was not on the top of my priority list. But so many stories. Is that it? Okay. But that video will be coming soon, I promise. Life is just taking me on a different path at the moment, so subscribe. Yeah, tell them. Tell them. Can you say bye?